It's hard to believe that it's already time for our midterm exam, but it is. So I wanted to just record a short video on how you can start studying for the midterm exam. The midterm exam will be posted on October 7th, Monday, October 7th by 9 a.m. and you'll have until that following Sunday, October 13th at 11:55 p.m. to complete the exam. Now, just like the quizzes, once you log in to start the exam, you need to have the time set aside to finish it because if you can't go in and come out of the exam. You have to, once you start taking the exam, you'll have a 3-hour window to complete the exam, but you cannot start it and then come back and come back to it later. You have to, once you start, you have 3 hours to complete the exam, and if you try to get out, it will kick you out and give you zeros for whatever you didn't complete. But I think that's plenty of time for you to prepare and take the exam. The exam, we will also have nothing else that week, so there will be no forum post, there will be no quiz or anything. All you'll be focusing on the week of October 7th through the 13th is the midterm exam. The midterm exam will comprise of 3 different sections. The first section is an objective section. Now, these objective questions may very well come from your quizzes, so I would definitely review the quizzes that you've taken. You should be able to still go back and see those, as well as see the correct answers if you missed any on the quizzes. But they're going to focus on the identification terms that I've been giving you every week. So under each week that we've covered, you will see the video for that week, which is a little summary video of the material, and then you'll also see a list of identification terms or ID terms. Those ID terms are the basis of this midterm. So make sure that you are very familiar with those ID terms. The objective questions will be multiple choice, and they will be true-false. And they will be based on those identification terms. So review those terms. If there is a question on a quiz that was related to one of those terms, make sure that you know the answer to those quiz questions. If I pull a question over from the quiz, I will not take it. I may change up the answer slightly. So don't just memorize if it's this particular question, oh, that's answer B, because it may not be answer B, but you need to know the concepts. So that's the objective questions. That the objective section will be worth 50 points on the midterm. Then the next section is what I call the identification section. So from that list of identification terms that I've been giving you each week, you will have to, I will choose probably 10 or 15 of those terms and put them on your midterm exam. You will then have to choose, of those 10 to 15 terms that I've selected of the bigger list, you'll have to choose from those 10 or 15 terms 3 that you want to answer. This is sort of like a short answer. Each of the ID terms will be worth 10 points each that you answer. Now, what I am looking for in these is, first of all, what are the key points of the term? A date, if applicable. If not a date, at least a rough time frame that the event took place in, or the person lived in, or whatnot. So make sure you put it in the right historical time frame. Give me the key terms of the event, person, place, thing, whatever it is. And then the second part, and this is equally important as knowing the facts of the term, you also need to know why the term is important or how it fits into the bigger historical picture. This is very important. I usually give 5 points based on telling me what the term is and 5 points for telling me how it fits into the bigger picture. So with each of these questions, I need you to ask yourself, why is this important? Why is this significant? What happened because of this person's rule? What happened because this book was published? How did things change? What impact did it have? So I really want you to, I want to see that you understand what the term is, but you also see how it fits into the broader historical picture, because that's, to me, every bit as important as knowing the basic concepts of the term. So that will be the identification section. So you'll have to answer 3 ID terms of the 10 to 15 that I choose from the larger list that you already have. The last section, so that'll be 30 points. So we have 50 points for the objective, 30 points for the identification section. The final section will be an essay question. Now I'm going to give you right now your essay topic, the question that you'll be asked to write on for the essay. And this is sort of like a 5-paragraph essay for those of you who learned to write 5-paragraph essays in high school. I want to see good specific examples to support your ideas. I want to see well thought out analysis of the topic. And don't just name drop, so to speak. Make sure you really explain how your evidence that you're providing, your specific examples, support the idea that you're trying to get across. So the topic that you're going to be writing on for your essay, and this isn't word for word what it will be, but it's the general topic, is I'm going to ask you to discuss the changes in Europe, both intellectual and political. How did these changes impact at least one other area of the world? So discuss the changes that were going on in Europe, and this is from the time period of the Renaissance through the Enlightenment and the revolutions of the French Revolution, American Revolution, etc. So roughly from about 1400 to 1800 is the time frame we're covering with this midterm. Discuss the changes going on in Europe, both intellectually and politically. How did these changes impact at least one other area of the world? So that's the topic you're going to be writing on. I'm going to be looking for a good introductory paragraph that kind of gives me an outline of what you're going to be covering in the essay, as well as at least 3 specific examples of things. And what I want, again, specific examples. The forum post that you've been writing hopefully will have prepared you to support your ideas with specific examples. So that will be the exam in its entirety. The essay portion will be worth 20 points. So I believe that's right. So you have 50 points for the objective, 30 points for the identification, and 20 points for the essay, for a total of 100 points possible. Again, you will have 3 hours to complete the midterm exam. It will start, you can take it anytime from 9 a.m. on October 7th all the way through. You'll just need to be finished by 11:55 p.m. on October 13th. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the midterm, feel free to send me an email and I'll be happy to get back to you and address your concerns. And good luck in your studying.